Welcome to Xbox One, guys and girls. This is what you will see when you first boot up your brand new next-gen system. I'm Ghost Robo, and I'm here to walk you through the Xbox One interface. There's a lot going on, so I'm going to do my best to show it to you guys, explain it to you guys, give you a quick tour of the many features that this interface has to offer. First off the bat, you'll notice that it looks a lot like Windows 8 or some of those tablets running similar software. You've got sort of these squares and rectangles and all these things that look like they would be touch buttons if you had that kind of a screen. But let's start off with all the goodies in the center. This main window, the big one I'm highlighting here, is sort of your main what's going on screen. So right now I have a game going on, that's Killer Instinct, and just like the other next-gen system, you have an instant pause suspend feature. So I can jump right in here, boom, 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 it's Orchid versus Saberwolf, doing some attacks, okay, and just like that, bam, we're right out, and it saves exactly where I was. Now, we've got Profile, we have some of our last apps that we've used, Internet Explorer, Netflix, most recent games, Dead Rising 3, settings, things that are installing or downloading right now, and access to a whole bunch of other things. On the left-hand side, these are your pins. Basically, you can pin your favorite apps over to the corner to quick access them if you so desire. Put things like Netflix up here, Skype, maybe Internet Explorer, whatever you would like. On this side is a bunch of advertisements and the way to the store very quickly. Now, jumping back to the center, we are going to start with the Profile. They've redone this in kind of an interesting way. You have a very dedicated screen to all this stuff. So we've got friends, followers, which are kind of like friends, but not really, messages, achievements, game DVR, where you'll deal with uploading your clips and all that good stuff. But let's go to my profile. And gamer picks have gotten gigantic, which I really love. This is one of my favorite parts about the new interface, even though it's sort of a simple thing. You'll see how many friends you have, your reputation, your gamer score. I believe that's how many years you've been a member of Xbox Live. That's 6 right there. So you can set your gamer pick, and they have all new ones, and so many of them are so awesome. Just to show you a handful here as we scrub through really cool variety. I love it. I really love it. I'm a very creative person, so that's something that's really awesome to me. Also, you'll notice, hey, there's this choose color button, and you probably are thinking, Ghost, why is your Xbox One pink? Well, you can pick any darn color pretty much you would like for the main look of your system. So hey, we want to go with Ghost Robo Blue. Okay, we press the Xbox home button and bam, all of our iconography is all bright blue. And then you'll see again, this replaced Killer Instinct because now it's the most recent thing I have done. If I click on Killer Instinct though, it's okay, it's still right there, and now it will resume its position as the #1 last thing going on. What is Snap? Snap is something that they have sort of touted as a way to picture-in-picture many things. You can plug your cable box, satellite box, TV basically, into the Xbox One. It has an HDMI in port, and so you could put the TV up in the top right corner. Now, I don't have a TV connected right now, but if I did, I would hit TV and be able to bring up a little window. Earlier tonight, I was watching an NBA basketball game in the top corner while the game was going on the left, but maybe you want to put Internet Explorer over there, maybe you want to look up a game fact or something. It's pretty cool to split the screen like this. Now, there is a little bit of lag depending on what you're running, your connection, etc. But when it works well, it's a nice feature that I think is going to take time to really dive into and figure out the best applications for and the best uses for you and how you want to make that work, or if you need to make it work at all. It's totally not mandatory, but once you snap something, it adds another little sidebar here of snapping. I'm going to unsnap it now because it will stay snapped wherever we desire to go. Now, let's go to My Games and Apps right now. Here you'll see all the things that we've got going on, and it seems like it's sort of a random assortment, which is similar to the PS4 where it just kind of throws things in line. I don't know why, Dead Rising 3 is here, and Power Star and Killer Instinct, and why are they? I don't know. They split them up in kind of weird ways, and it jumps around based on what you've played last. But there's all these sort of specific menus for each specific thing that you're trying to do. So when you're in your games and apps, it's a very specific menu. If we go to the store, that's going to take us to another new menu. It kind of loads through these layered menus. That's an interesting difference between the PlayStation 4 interface and the Xbox One interface, is that you have sort of, PlayStation 4 is everything kind of on the main screen. Of course, the store is separate, but I feel like it's a very simplistic layout. This one is much more complex, and I've yet to determine if that's better, worse, more functionality, just more chaos, but you have a lot more at your fingertips at any moment to sort of get into, and it kind of distinguishes the Xbox One as a very multi-entertainment focused device. So this is sort of the game store right now. There's limited stuff, obviously. It's launch. You've got your Rise, your Call of Duty, your Forza, all that stuff. You can use codes, QR codes, to directly access and download stuff. I believe the UK version of the Xbox One that comes with like Forza or FIFA comes with the code. You scan it in with Kinect, and it starts downloading right away. Now, I don't have Kinect plugged in. A lot of people are concerned, and it's not mandatory. You don't have to plug Kinect in to play. It does work very well. I'll probably make a video about that later. It just didn't make sense for this interface video because it would think I was talking to it constantly. Every time I mentioned Xbox, it would freak out. So you can, of course, sign in as your different people up here. If you go up to that top little bar, just want to show you what that would do. Kinect can recognize you by your face. As long as you're not wearing many masks, it should work out okay. And again, if we hit home button, we're back here. Now, some other things that we have going on this interface, because it's pretty just... I don't know that it's crazy, but sometimes it seems like, where am I going? Okay, so the App Store, again, has a different look. It's different size squares, different size whatever. And if you want to download something, let's see. What do we got? I have most of these... These little dots are just extra, more of a list. So say I wanted to go down here and I wanted to download Twitch, just to show you what this looks like. It tells you your file size and all that good stuff. And it seems to have more information, a little bit better screenshots and stuff of what's going on than previously. And again, you can pin this right to home. So if I want to pin this to home, it's pinned. I can get it for free. It's going to start the download. And something interesting about downloading as we make this thing happen, there is no specific area of the system to detail your hard drive space, and as far as I know, you cannot replace the Xbox One hard drive. So it's sort of odd, I want to say, interesting, odd, that there is no specific place for you to really figure out what you want to do with your space, your usage. It lets you know when it's getting almost full, but until then, as far as I know, there's no way to figure it out. Now, one of the new buttons on the controller is the menu button. If we hit that, it brings up a menu here. We can switch profile, get help, and go to settings. So just to run you through settings right now, you've got network, connect. Something interesting is that I don't know exactly where it is. I thought it was in Connect, but it might not be. There's a full list of all the commands that you can tell it, which is really useful early on. And it brings up frequently things that you can say to the Xbox to activate it, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. But yeah, if you go to System, where normally you would find like a place to do the whole hard drive search, I haven't found anything, and from what I've read online, it's not there at all. Anyways, let's not belabor that point. Let's go back to my profile here, because I wanted to dive into achievements, which have changed up a decent amount here. First off, there's 1,000 achievement points for every game. It doesn't matter if it is a downloadable game. It doesn't matter if it's a retail game. There is 1,000. So, of course, it catalogs all your old games. And in a pretty cool fashion, it now gives you percentages, which I like. And all the achievements are nice and big. For the new games, though, it shows, I believe, cool pictures for the achievements. It's supposed to, at least. I don't know if these haven't loaded in or what, but I know some of the games, when you unlock, I guess it's when you unlock them, it shows the picture, so it kind of makes this pretty wall of all your achievements. Haven't unlocked any, but you'll notice these challenges that they have going on, and below your gamer score on the left there's 0%, 0 out of 100,000, and then 0 challenges. There's these challenges that I don't know what they really add. I don't think it adds to your gamer score directly. It just adds to sort of your challenge jar trophies, but these different challenges like perform an ultra on day 1 or defeat 6 different characters in online matches. There's even challenges and achievements for stuff like Netflix. Now, Netflix specifically only has challenges, but if you rate titles, watch 3 episodes in a row, you can get these challenges. They've tried to really incentivize everything, so now there are rewards and special high fives for just about anything you could possibly do on your Xbox One. It does have this like switch between the different stuff going on. So as you saw, if I go into my games and apps, we're getting this load, which again, when you're segmenting and compartmentalizing everything, yeah, it's nice that it has its own little spot, but then I have to kind of load into these different places. So it's not as hyper snappy per se as the PlayStation 4. It is definitely way faster than the Xbox 360. Holy crap, it's nice to be able to, go right in, go right out. You hit that button, and like you saw, you're right back. If I click Killer Instinct, even though it's not my last thing, I'm right there, I'm right out, boom, boom. I want to go through here pretty quick. As long as you've booted them up recently, it seems like it's almost multitasking, and then it saves it, because once you need to get back in this. I don't know. I already was in this, so I don't know. Maybe it multitasks the last few or something. There's a lot about this interface that I think is going to take people a while to figure out. It's not really, it doesn't really reveal all the cards per se right off the bat. It's a little bit dense, not in a stupid way, dense in just a very layered, a lot to do, and you can kind of really personalize it in some specific ways with your pins and with stuff like that. So if I go here, this is notifications, and it tells you messages, games that you've downloaded, apps you've downloaded, things you got going on here, which is kind of nice. It's like a little basically progress bar for what you've been doing. Games install and are ready to play. Different games are different percentage requirements. So some will require 50%, some will require like 25%. I've seen. I haven't seen any that require the full 100%, but I haven't downloaded or played every game. And I think that covers the most of it. Of course, you do have all your advertisements like I mentioned, and if you click on them, it basically just takes you to the store like you would always expect. There's this very slate look to everything because that's the background, and I can't tell if I really like it or if it makes it feel very plain, like it's missing wallpaper or something. Again, challenges for other things. Got stuff like for FIFA, play 5 online matches. Now we're bringing up the Forza Motorsport Challenge. Drive 100 miles between the launch of Forza and December 31st, 2013. So a lot of these are very time-based, and then you get the reward as a badge and a title. I don't know what any of those things do for you. I'm guessing they just show up on your profile. One more interesting thing I want to show you, because I feel like it does pertain to interface, is when you're in a game. Well, first of all, let me see. I gotta exit back to the main menu here. When you're in a game, a lot of these games have this, what do they call it? It's called the meld, I think. And it's this Y button thing that when you open it up, it's your news, store, achievements, community. It's sort of like the online portal for that game. It shows up on the right-hand side, the same look every time with those 4, 5, whatever it is, little circles. And you hit Y, and I've seen this in a couple of games I've played so far. You've got news here, and you can click on these things, and it's basically, again, an instant way to sort of, again, compartmentalize and categorize everything that you might want from this game, and then you can go, say, view your achievements straight from here. Because hitting the guide button now does not bring up the little guide where you can go to achievements. Hitting the guide button takes you back here, which then you can go to achievements, and if you, go to my profile and you're like, oh, I want to go to achievements, you go down here, and then if you go back, I guess achievements isn't one that can even pin to the top, so that's perhaps why they have it part of this meld, the achievements, because again, if you hold the guide button, what happens is it offers you the options of turning off the console and turning off the controller. There's no instant access to achievements, friends, messages. A lot of it requires you to go back to this home screen, and of course when a notification pops up, yes, then you can click the guide button to get there, but as of now, you have to go back and see what's up here. And if you want to boot into your friends list really fast, you can do this. Now, part of me has a sneaking suspicion that the reason a lot of this stuff is very layered is so that Kinect easily recognizes it and can easily find it and take you to it. If it was all on the front, I don't know that Kinect could do it as well. The other side of that coin is that they encourage you to use Kinect because you want to switch to things faster. So you say Xbox, go to friends, or Xbox, go to store, or Xbox, watch TV, or Xbox. You can even turn the volume down on your TV once you hook it up. So there's a lot of cool things here. Like I said, I think it's just going to take some time to really dive in, find the best pathway for you through everything. Because right now, I still sometimes am like, where am I clicking? What am I doing? And I can figure it out. It's just, we've used the same consoles and the same interfaces for so long that something brand new is a little bit jarring to your system. The PS4 interface is very much an update to the cross-media bar with some new cool features. This feels like much more of a total changeover in terms of his interface. I think some people are going to really like that, and some people are not going to like that. But overall, it's cool. It's different. It feels next gen, and that's what I really appreciate and like about it. I'm curious to know what you guys think, though. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this interface? What does it seem like a good step to you? Are you getting an Xbox One? Are you getting a PS4? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and want to see more Xbox One content. I'll be bringing you all sorts of games, more videos, top 5 features, top 5 games, all that good stuff that you need to know and want to know about this system and about its launch titles, as well as comparisons and competitions with the PlayStation 4. So subscribe for all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter for instant updates, twitter.com/GhostRobo. I post all my videos there when I'm posting new videos, my schedule, what's coming up next, just quick thoughts about games if you want to get that info first, twitter.com/GhostRobo. Right now, guys and girls, I think that's going to do it. Again, very, very cool, very, very involved and intricate interface, I feel. And that is a wrap on that. So until next time, guys and girls, thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate, and we will see you all later.